I'm working on taking the steering rack off currently, as well as the steering wheel, so that way I can move it to the other side of this brace here. But then before I can move that, I gotta cut this off here, cut there, as well as this plate on the bottom, so that way I can move that forward. So I'll show you it as we get it done. Alright, so I got the steering system out now, the rack as well as the steering wheel. So we're opened up here. Now I just have to go in and cut out the old shocks tower here, so that way we can then put the rack in front and then build the new shocks in. I've gone back and set the steering wheel back in, as well as the steering rack down there. And now I'm just aligning this piece of conduit to make sure that it lines up, or where I position the steering rack is going to line up with that tie rod and this tie rod over here, so that way I can tell where the steering rack needs to go, so that way it's centrally located. I'm going to get that mounted up and I'll show you guys it once I get it mounted. So after I tried to fit everything up, make sure it all fit, I had the steering rack in here, and when I was running out the pieces of conduit to see if they would fit, it was actually running into our shock supports there. So I cut away as much as I thought was safe, and then so we still have some good structural integrity. So now that the conduit pieces, or our, I guess to be our tie rods, can attach to our knuckles. Alright, so I got the tie rod arm back in here after cutting out the section of the shock support. And when I cycle this A-arms up and down, the tie rod piece clears that now. Alright, now that it's all the way up, we still got clearance there, and we're good to go. So off camera, I mocked up a little bracket for the steering rack to sit on. I just got it welded up, letting it cool now. That's what it looks like. My welds aren't great. Oh, still very hot. But the steering rack bolts will just bolt up to that, and then it'll sit about 3 inches off the frame rails here, and that aligns our steering shaft well and gives us a good fitment for the steering. But I think that's where we're gonna end it, and we'll see you guys next video.